Good morning guys. Alright, I'm gonna be taking a day off doing the solar, and I'm gonna be running the gray water lines from the shower and then also from the sink. Gonna be running them out to basically some infiltration basins that are gonna be located, I guess you kind of call this our front yard area. So ideally what we're gonna be doing in the future is we're gonna have four high quality or 4 trees that require a lot more water than just the native water. So there's trees here that do well and they don't need any external water source. For example, like the mesquite trees, it's native to this area. You can just basically plant it, put maybe some mulch around the bottom, and it's gonna do fine. Most of the trees that you see here, they're mesquite trees, they just grow naturally. Other trees, for example, like fig trees, peach trees, maybe like apricot, there's a lot of varieties that you can actually grow out here. And those trees definitely, they require a lot more water because they're not necessarily native to this area. So we're going to be able to use our gray water to basically grow those trees to be big and healthy, as opposed to, you know, using the water directly from our water tanks. We're not really going to do that unless they really need it, then we would. But they're primarily going to be watered just through the shower water and the sink water. So it's a great way of just reusing the water that you're just basically disposing of and growing trees that will give you food. So that's certainly a win-win. The thing with gray water is that in some states in the United States here, it's technically illegal. It seems crazy to think that, but it's actually illegal to use gray water and to have it go out to plants or to a tree or something like that in your yard. I don't understand why. It's a much more environmentally friendly way of basically disposing of your gray water, but the states and the counties see it as some type of health risk or something like that. I'm not sure the exact reasoning, but specifically in Arizona, it is legal to use your gray water to water trees and stuff. So that's what we're going to be doing. And I do have some ideas for integrating the downspout on the awning roof here, so that if, say, the culvert cistern, that big metal tube that's sitting over there that you've probably seen in a lot of videos, that's going to be set up to capture or basically store the water that comes from the tiny house roof and the awning roof. But once that tank is full, I want to be able to, I'm going to basically create something so that I can divert that water that comes off this roof down into these 2 basins. I could certainly divert the water that comes from the overflow of the culvert, but I think it would just kind of be better or it would just be a little bit easier, especially if I want to get it into this basin here, is to basically tap into that downspout right there. So I'm not going to be doing that today. I'm just basically going to be focusing on the gray water and doing the infiltration basins. And let's begin. All right, so this is the day after what you just saw. So we've got the this basin. It's nice and we like it. It's nice and smooth. We don't have those big berms kind of around the edges as what happened with the potato patch there. Now we're ready to basically do the graywater lines. So I've got this dug out to right about here. Now I'm just gonna finish digging it out right to about the middle there with the backhoe. So we got the same thing going on this side here. And we're just gonna come out 90, split the lines off, use some 45s, and then disperse the graywater into the basin. Oh, Hannah's home. So just quickly, in the last video, you saw that I started piling the dirt right here. What I ended up doing was I just started to push it down that way a bit in order to create, it's kind of like a boomerang berm. So what I think I'm gonna do is just push it back a little bit further, and this area right here is just a minor wash. So what's gonna happen when we get like a really decent amount of rain is water is gonna flow down and it's gonna collect in here and it's gonna pool up, and then we're gonna basically mulch the bottom and then put some landscaping rock on the back of it to really solidify it, and then also to create an overflow area. So this is the idea behind doing berms and swales and all that kind of stuff. I'll go into much more detail about this when I kind of finish this, but I just kind of wanted to show you how I modified this from what you saw in the video. And I started to work on a similar kind of berm structure because we're gonna get some water that's gonna flow right down here. And if we can get that stopped and then collected, then we can sink it into the ground. Then it's gonna really benefit these mesquite trees here for growing bigger and stronger. But to finish off today's video, I'm just gonna finish off these graywater lines. We've got lots of pipe, lots of fittings, so we should be good to go. Alright guys, so we got the basin here pretty well full of wood chips, and so yeah, this is the Greywater fruit tree basin. So like I said, I think at the start that we're gonna do 4 different fruit trees. So we'll do one kind of like in each corner, and what's nice is that as the trees grow bigger is that you can cut the basically the Greywater pipes back, and then it just kind of expands the root zone a little bit. I think we might get some trees pretty soon to grow. We're just gonna go check out some nurseries and see what they got going on. But yeah, let me know what you think. Questions and comments down below, and I will catch you guys on the next video. Talk to you soon. Peace.